Hello fellow academics and welcome back to Willowmere. We're in episode 2 now. Last time we've made good progress and I think this time we'll very much focus on getting this part done just to have a bit more of water storage for the first few drought seasons. So I am going to high prioritize this. Also our gear workshop is in. We just need to make sure that we do actually store enough planks for our beavers to keep building, which means I think I'm going to place a second lumber mill in here. I'm gonna put the doors next to each other just to make it a little bit more efficient in terms of the pathing system. And then we're also going to add for now another small storage just for added planks. Because in order to wrap this up, we do need the double floodgate. So, what else do we need for the double floodgate? The science, we're actually already there in terms of science. So let's unlock it and already place it in here. Let's leave it at 1 double floodgate, as we are going to expand this in the long run. And we only have 1 opening over here. So I think 1 will be, might be enough, actually. I don't quite know if it will be. So, should we put 2 in there? So at the moment it's not over flooding, but we do have a good amount that kind of speeds through here. So yeah, let's just put 2 in there. I think we'll be okay if we do that. Right, our beavers are happily building this. We're running a little bit low on logs, which is in part because those 2 don't have anything left to do. So delete one of the lumberjacks here and start putting, for now actually 2 lumberjacks, all the way back here just to chop this entire area down. As usual in my games, there's a lot of deforestation going on in the beginning, but we have already put down our forester, who is happily planting more and more trees for our beavers to, work their way through. Alright, build this up. We do still have 1 more lumberjack here. Let's have a quick look if this lumberjack would actually reach those 2. So now I can remove this building, just cleaning it up a little bit. We can also turn on the berry gatherer again, as those berries have now fully regrown. One thing that we haven't really looked at is berry storage. So I think we should place some of it down for now. I used to place only the small warehouses down for berry storage, but let's plan this a little bit bigger for now. Right, medium warehouse, berry storage right in front of it. It's also close to our housing area, which, by the way, is also full again. We're now at 21 beavers. That also means we probably need a secondary water pump really soon. But considering we're filling up this area here with water, I might actually place them up here. Although in the long run, we're probably gonna deepen this a bit more. So for now, let's place them down here. As you've seen in the last season, I'm not too afraid of removing things again and reworking things. Just, until they make sense or whatever stage of the game we're in. So we'll be overall just fine. Alright, one thing that I want to look into is actually creating a bigger log storage. I don't want to run out of logs again, just because, well, when I have big building projects, I want them to be able to store a bunch of logs at once before, hold on, why are they're not chopping anything down? Because this is not selected. Should have paid a bit closer attention. Alright, here we go. So now at least one of them has something to do. And those two aren't in yet. Oh, some people died of old age. Oh, some beavers died of old age. Now, these two become pointless right now, so let's pause them. Set actually this up to high priority, because again, need to make sure we have enough logs flowing in. Alright. This time as well, I want to expand our tree area pretty soon, just to make sure we have a more continuous tree supply. So I could move that berry gatherer in the corner here and turn this entire area into another forest area, which I might actually do. Let's actually have a quick look. So they would place blueberries and dandelions as well, which I think is fine, but we also with them have spatterdock and cattail to think about. So in the long run, we need some flat water area that we constantly supply with water to actually grow these. But again, future worries. Sip of coffee. All right. Long story short, they are just building all of this for now. Might be worth investing into a builder hut already, to be honest. Could also put down a hauling post, but right now I kind of just want more builders to work. So let's actually do this then. So I'm gonna place the builder hut here. It does need 10 planks. We do not have 10 planks. So yeah, for now it's fine. But once the water comes back, I'm gonna turn on our lumber mill, and then we can invest massively into our builder hut. I'm going to unpause this lumberjack. Have they finished setting these up? No, why not? Oh. They haven't done this because this is also on like the highest priority. Alright, you're almost out of trees. There's one more to cut down and then a few more that will grow in again. So, you know, just something to keep in mind. Right. The next thing I also need to do is turn this from the lowest priority into regular priority, as we kind of need to finish building these as well. I can actually now connect up this path. So here we sorry about that. Here we go. Alright, so all of this is basically set up to be a finished building. We are back to almost 100 pieces of logs. What if we are actually to build the hauling post also needs 10 planks? So this wouldn't help us at all. We could also, we should also invest in a little bit more water storage. So I'm gonna place one more in front of this new water pumper. And with that, I think we're overall in pretty good shape. So all of this is done, except for the double floodgates in both sides. And then they are currently building all of this. So again, doing pretty good overall. So let's see what else we can unlock. We did talk about getting the triple large unlocked real fast. And we actually might just do this right away. And that would actually be kind of cool. If we built it, just set one back. That will allow us to move up here and put a bunch of decorations up. And create more of a like V-shaped building area. I like that idea. So, you know what? Let's do it. That will also give us now, I think, 9 houses or housing options for our beavers. Yep, 9. So, quick lag, that's all right. And then we're gonna put in a staircase just right in front of it. Oh, actually, no, we're not. Because I think it could be really nice to have either like a rooftop terrace in the front here. So let's look into that. Okay, so we're gonna remove this part here. And this could be, I don't know if they still have the bulletin board. Not that it, I don't think it actually has any impact. Oh, they do have a bulletin pole, which would be kind of perfectly centered. Well, not in terms of reach, but perfectly placed to, in terms of aesthetics at least. Alright, gonna connect this up here as well. Now, quickly need to unpause our lumber mill. We do need that. Gonna finish our second lumber mill as well, just to improve our plank production real quick. As we do need to, I can pause you. As we do need to gather up enough of these planks to finish our double floodgates. And I'm going to higher prioritize these compared to the one back there. And this they can actually do in the next drought. Finish all of this part right here. All right, how's this actually looking? All right, they're growing slowly but steadily. I do think we need to block this part up here, otherwise some of our trees won't grow during the next drought. So let's also plan this out, which means we're gonna fill this up with levees. And I kind of just wanna have it block this part right here. Also just gonna fill this up. Not that we need to for now, but I do think it looks nicer. Alright. 2 of the dam pieces. Will they reach all of this? Not as it is right now. So let's leave this open for now. So they can just walk over, build all of this up, and then we're again in much, much better shape. Alright, they are currently building these 2, which I'm very appreciative. You have nothing to do in range, so you go bye-bye. We do need a medical bed now. Have our first injured beaver. And I think we're gonna place them next to our central area for now. So let's go into well-being, medical bed, put you down, 80 science, yes for sure. Highest priority. Our second plank production, or lumber mill, is in, which I'm very happy about. I do think in the long run we want to connect this up straight. So let me just plan this in as well. But I'm not going to put in a staircase just yet. Alright, the reason why we want to get this finished pretty soon, it will actually store the water all the way back here. Or will allow us to store water until all the way back here, which will definitely help our beavers, well, survive the next drought. Okay. Now, they're just sat around. I guess they're waiting for the trees to grow. We're only chopping down trees in this far area back there. I think moving over here would be beneficial as well, because all of these oak trees, they do have quite a bit of lumber in them. Alternatively, we could consider moving up here. I think this up here would be a nice area for the final monument. But, you know, let's figure that out later. Alright, one of the floodgates is in. I do need you guys to prioritize this. Get it done. And I think we also need a bit more... no, we don't need the plank storage just yet. Alright. But what would help, although I'm a bit wary about like redirecting the resources from here. They're almost done with this anyways. And then we're gonna put a higher priority on the builder's hut. Actually, no, we're not. We currently have 2 vacancies, so we actually need more beavers, which means we're putting a higher priority on our beavers' living situation, which I'm pretty sure they will appreciate. Really? There's one single tree over there that I missed. Ooh. So 2 might not have been enough. It's actually starting to flood over in this direction. So let me open up a bit more space down here, because this will ultimately flood our entire area down here. Is 1.25 enough? 1.25 might be just enough. Yeah, this doesn't seem to be progressing. We're actually filling this up, which is kind of fun. But it does tell me, in the long run, we want more, right? Although, I think back here is where we're gonna do our power production. With the bad water coming here, and then regular water also flowing down here, and then, you know, during the bad tide we would get more down this way. I think we'll like blow out a channel over here, maybe 2 even, and then have our water wheels over here to supply us with a bit more constant power supply during regular seasons. Which means this area back here would be predestined to be our industry area. Or maybe we'll tuck it away behind that mountain on this side, so when our beavers are back home just chilling, they wouldn't actually see it. Alright. The house is in, which is great. We're now down to 23 logs. So, yeah, I think we do need to work on more stuff. More log production. Which means I'm going to place another forester. I'm gonna just place that one... Actually, yeah, just over here. I do want to actually turn this around so I can get rid of this stub right here. And because we have the forester here, we're going to place them... 2 of them actually, just in front. Alright, next drought is happening. So the next stop will actually be our bad tide. So we need to high prioritize this floodgate and then the levees over here, just to make sure we'll be okay. I also do want to high prioritize the forester, so he can go ahead and start planting some more trees. So for now, we do have some power supply here, which means I think I'm gonna leave a bit of space in this corner for additional work areas or like industrial areas for our beavers. Also gonna leave a path over here for our beavers to later on like walk down and maybe expand on this area as well. But I think overall this will be a good start. Now we are out of power, meaning I need to pause all of these, which kind of makes me want to high prioritize this part. So let's actually do it the other way around. We do want the forester in, and we do want the builder hut in. Once the builder hut is in, we're gonna be faster in terms of building all of this up. So it'll definitely be worthwhile. Also gonna set the workplace priority a little bit lower. And then once they're done building this, they can focus on the the forester. They're already doing so, because it's now in. And then they can, as a collective, focus on the levees as well. We do have now 5 baby beavers. Also need to unpause the water pump, as we are heading into the realm where we have more beavers than our single water pump will be able to supply. So, yeah, let's unpause you. I unpaused, I think, the storage tank. You can be on normal. Just gonna set you to a slightly higher priority now. And this forester, he might actually be able to... No, it wouldn't be our forester that places our aquatic crops. That would be the aquatic farmhouse, as the name suggests. Alright, anyways, they are building the levees up, so soon we will be that tide proof. I'm surprised they're building this up. Did I put this on the same priority as... Yep, I did put this on the same priority as the double floodgate. So I don't need to change the priorities. They will be fine. We're good in terms of food, but I do think in terms of water, we want to increase our storage ultimately. Which means we should probably also consider expanding our overall water storage, like natural water storage capabilities. So let me remove all of these. I don't necessarily need to remove the stumps. Never really understood why you would need to remove stumps, because you can just build over them. I guess just to make it look nicer, but otherwise, yeah, I don't quite see the benefit. Alright, so that is in. Now, in order to increase our storage, since we are building the levee system over here as well, we could just put another level on top and then block this off, turning this into our slightly bigger water storage area. We're already 3 deep here, which means putting on 1 additional level here should be no problem whatsoever. So let's also start planning that. But again, first things first. The levee system, and maybe I do need to prioritize. Nope, these are all still full. So many things to do and so few beavers to do it with. Alright. I also think maybe it's time to actually increase our beaver population again. We do have 5 empty beds, so I guess we don't need to. There should be enough, there is enough space for them to reproduce, create more baby beavers, and we're just waiting for them to grow up. We do have a ton of science already. So let's actually have a quick look. We could unlock this and turn this relatively quickly into a free storage area. So, not gonna do that yet. But what else can we unlock? What else do we need? It's always good to have a bit of science in your bank. I guess this would be kind of nice to already get in, but not that we have enough log production. The double lodges, they're basically the same as the others, just one less wide, I guess. So, meh. Yeah, that's my official statement. I do want to actually check the mini lodges. Oh, they're just 1 deep. Interesting. I was just thinking, if we are placing like a rooftop terrace here, actually, maybe not a rooftop terrace. Maybe we put our small monuments here, like the farmer's monument, right, on one side, and then the brazier of bonding on the other side. That could look actually very, very nice. the Fountain of Joy. I remember having built this in the past and just really struggling to figure it out, how to place it, because yes, it requires access to water, but it doesn't actually tell you what that means. You kind of need to place it in a 1 level deep area, and then it does have access to water, and then it can do everything it needs to do. But I found this very confusing in the beginning. Because is it 1 level deep? Is it 2 level deep? And I was like, yeah, but we'll tackle this one, you know, once we get there. Alright, they have put in the staircase over here. They've also finished the floodgate in the back here, which is great. And this is also fully built in. So I think overall we're doing okay. I do want to remove the berry bushes over here as well, because it will allow us in the long run to place more of our trees down. And they're now expanding this over here, which means once this is in, I think at least I'm gonna destroy the dam system over here and turn this into like a dip down and back up again pathway that, you know, gives our beavers the wet fur perk when they head over here, because a good amount of them are actually heading over here. But again, no real priority for now. Alternatively, we could have this back area to be like a separate tank, but once the drought hits and it gets longer, this part here will very quickly dry out, and then it doesn't have any proper supply with it. Alright, plenty of food is in. We do have definitely enough water. So this drought almost used up all of our water supply down here. So I think now it definitely is the time to put in our levee system, like at this 1 level higher. Alright, so this side is not a problem. This side will be a bit more challenging. Let's actually lower this just to make sure there's enough water coming in. And the way we could do this is put platforms up to reach over there. In the long run, that would be much nicer. But in the short run, let's actually have a quick check. If we were to go into our double platform part, 4 logs and 4 planks, which we could just place in front of here, completely through. It would ultimately allow us later on to move up here, which is kind of the goal overall. So if I do this, we place 6 of them. So that's 24 logs and 24 planks compared to 12 logs plus 2 for stairs and 8 planks. So 24, what am I saying? 14 logs and 8 planks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. But I wouldn't need to demolish this because this would serve a purpose in the long run. Yeah, let's not do that yet. Instead, we're gonna place a levee up here, put staircases up here, connect all of this up, and we're also going to continue building this. Now, these parts, they should be able to reach from the bottom. Looks like it. I'm still gonna high prioritize this just to be safe, and then slightly lower priority these, which will then allow me to place more levees on either side of this. Alright. Now how should we connect this up? I think it would be quite nice to have an additional like level or like up here with a path for like long-term planning. So let's place all of the levees in here like this. And then we just remove these 2 paths. So all of this is already built up. We could even go higher than this, but don't think we need to for now. And in the long run, if we want to, we can always still do it. Now, water is flowing over here already. Need to lower this. This was way too high. And I need to raise this as well. Alright, once all of this is in, we're starting to be a bit low on our planks again. So unpause this, even though there's no water flowing in here yet, but it will be coming in shortly. And I think just to improve the flow in the future, we might block this off with a sluice system in here as well that will just guide the bad water down here, and when it's like good water, it'll keep piling it up back here. But again, future worries, future worries. Still a bit too high, which kind of makes sense. It needs to be under 1. This had briefly completely wiped out our water storage system. I also realized all of this is too far away. But they do have plenty of stuff to work on over here. Now, this is a bit unfortunate, but I think as soon as these are in, that problem will go away. Might cause a bigger problem, but that's a different story. So let's fill this up with levees. I prioritize these. They have now put in these already as well, which means we can put in the last levee right here. Put this on highest priority as well, because then we can destroy this and get some of our resources back. Alright. How's our forest area looking? So they're starting to work on the oaks. I also want to make sure that they will not replace these pines, because I want to replace those with oaks as well. And we have a gap over here, so let's quickly fill this up. Not that it served a particular purpose, but you know. Alright, so they are putting this in, and then they will keep working on this part right here, which means very soon we need to replace these floodgates with triple floodgates. Regardless, I think we've made a good progress in this episode. I am gonna end it here. We're definitely able to compensate, and I thought the next one wouldn't be a drought but a bad tide, but maybe I miscalculated. Is this only our 3rd drought? Or they rebalanced it, so I don't know. Anyways, we do have one more drought to plan through, which is, you know, good for us. So before I end, it would be really nice to get all of these in, so I'm slightly high prioritizing all of this. We do have a bunch of unemployed beavers, so let's unpause all of our workshops while we still have some power. And then in the next episode, I think first we're gonna wrap up this, which I think is coming along nicely, but we'll think about what to do with our 2 unemployed beavers. Overall, I think we're in a good situation. So with that, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, leave a comment, let me know what you think, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.